Alright, here goes video number 6. Starting with problem 39. I need to get rid of the square root that's in the denominator, so I multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 75. 2 times square root of 75 times square root of 75 is 2 times 75. In the numerator, I have a 3 outside, so it stays outside. 12 times 75 gives me 900. So this is 3 times 30, because square root of 900 is 30, over 150. So this is 90 over 150, which reduces to 3 over 5. Number 40. I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 32. Alright, so in the numerator, I have 32 times 6, which gives us 192. So 5 times the square root of 192 over 2 times the square root of 32. I'm sorry, square root of 32 squared, which is 32. So this is 5 times the square root of 192 over 64. I'm going to cheat a little bit here. Answer we're looking for is 5 times the square root of 3. Okay, so that tells me 192 can be simplified. 192 is apparently divisible by 3. And yes, it's 64 times 3. So this is 5 times square root of 64 times 3 over 64. So that's 5 times 8 times square root of 3 over 64. So that's 5 square root of 3 over 8. Alright, geometric mean problems now. The leg is the geometric mean of the part of the hypotenuse closest to it and the entire hypotenuse. So 9 and x. Cross multiply to solve. You get 225 equals 9x. And then divide by 9 to get x by itself, and you get 25. Number 42, the altitude is the geometric mean this time between the two parts of the hypotenuse, 9 and x. So we get 144 when we cross multiply 12 times 12 equals 9 times x, so that's 9x. So we have 144 divided by 9 leaves us with 16. So x is 16. And number 43, again, the altitude is the geometric mean, so it's showing up in two places, of the two parts of the hypotenuse, so x and 64. So we have 48 times 48, and that gives us 2,304 equals x times 64, or 64x. So divide that by 64, and you get 36, so x is 36. 44. The leg is the geometric mean between the part of the hypotenuse closest to it and the entire hypotenuse. So let's cross multiply. We get 3600 equals 36x. Oops. Divide by 36. X is 100. Alright, Pythagorean theorem problems now. We have 2 out of the 3 sides of a right triangle, so that's Pythagorean theorem. So the hypotenuse is x, it's the one located across from the right angle, and that's why it's out here by itself. So we have 4.3 squared plus 6.2 squared equals x squared. So we take the square root of 4.3 squared plus 6.2 squared, and we get 7.55. Number 46, again, we're looking for the hypotenuse, that's x, so we set it up, 4.5 squared plus 7.3 squared equals x squared. So I'll take the square root of 4.5 squared plus 7.3 squared, and we get 8.58. X is 8.58. All right, number 47. This time we're missing B or A. We're not missing the hypotenuse this time. So that's why the missing number is here and not outside by itself. So we set it up 8 squared equals plus x squared equals 14.9 squared. And when we solve that, we get 12.57 for x. Number 48, we have the hypotenuse again, so we're looking for A or B, whatever you want to call it. So that's why the x is here and not on the outside of the problem. So we have 5.1 squared plus x squared equals 13.1 squared. And when we solve that, we get 12.07 for x. All right. Special right triangle is 49. This is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So the hypotenuse is always what the leg is times the square root of 2. So this right here is telling you the leg is 2. N equals 2, M equals 2. Number 50, not so easy because the hypotenuse is not in the square root of 2 form. When it's not in the square root of 2 form, when it's just a number, you divide by 2 and multiply by the square root of 2. That was our pattern that we found. So 8 divided by 2 is 4 times the square root of 2. So U equals 4 times square root of 2. V equals 4 times the square root of 2. Okay, that's the end of the 6th video. Last video coming up.